The American Revolution stands as a pivotal moment in world history. It marked the birth of a new nation founded on principles of liberty and self-governance. This revolution, a beacon of hope for many, inspired people around the globe to fight for their own freedoms. The story of the American Revolution is a tale of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring human spirit in the face of oppression. The 13 colonies in North America, initially established as settlements under British rule, found themselves increasingly at odds with the mother country. This discord, fueled by a growing sense of injustice and a desire for autonomy, eventually erupted into a full-blown war for independence. The American Revolution wasn't just a war for independence, it was a clash of ideologies. The Revolution's impact extended far beyond the shores of North America. It served as a blueprint for other nations seeking to break free from colonial rule. The principles enshrined in the Declaration of Independence, particularly the ideals of equality and natural rights, resonated deeply with people across the world, igniting revolutionary fervor in places like France and Latin America. At the heart of the revolution lay a fundamental disagreement over representation. The colonists, accustomed to a degree of self-governance, chafed under what they perceived as increasingly intrusive British policies. The cry of no taxation without representation encapsulated the colonists' frustration with being subjected to taxes levied by a parliament in which they had no voice. The British government, burdened by debt from the French and Indian War, sought to increase revenue from the colonies. A series of acts, including the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, were passed, imposing taxes on goods like tea, paper, and legal documents. These acts were met with fierce resistance from the colonists, who viewed them as an infringement on their rights. The quartering of British troops in colonial homes further fueled resentment. The colonists saw this as a violation of their privacy and an unwelcome intrusion into their lives. The presence of British soldiers, often seen as an occupying force, heightened tensions and created an atmosphere of mistrust. The Boston Tea Party, a daring act of defiance in 1773, marked a turning point in the relationship between Britain and the colonies. Protesting the Tea Act, which granted the British East India Company a monopoly on tea sales, colonists disguised as Native Americans boarded British ships and dumped chests of tea into Boston Harbor. This act of protest, a powerful symbol of colonial resistance, shocked the British government and galvanized support for the revolution. The Battle of Bunker Hill, fought in 1775, though a tactical victory for the British, proved to be a moral victory for the colonists. The fierce resistance put up by the colonial militia against a larger, better-equipped British force demonstrated the colonists' determination to fight for their freedom. It showed the world that the colonists were a force to be reckoned with. On July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress, meeting in Philadelphia, took the momentous step of declaring independence from Great Britain. The Declaration of Independence, primarily authored by Thomas Jefferson, proclaimed the colonies' right to self-government and articulated the principles of liberty and equality upon which the new nation would be founded. The American Revolution culminated in the Treaty of Paris in 1783, formally recognizing the independence of the United States. The newly formed nation, facing the daunting task of self-governance, embarked on a path that would shape its destiny for centuries to come. The legacy of the American Revolution extended far beyond the establishment of a new nation. The principles enshrined in the Declaration of Independence, particularly the ideals of equality and natural rights, had a profound impact on subsequent revolutions and movements for social justice worldwide. The American Revolution served as a beacon of hope for oppressed peoples, inspiring them to fight for their own freedoms. The revolution also led to the establishment of a new form of government, a representative democracy based on the principles of popular sovereignty and limited government. The United States Constitution, ratified in 1788, created a framework for a balanced and enduring system of government that has withstood the test of time.